Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! How's everybody doing? Welcome back for some more Big Bash action and, might I add, the brand new audio setup on TikTok. Pretty excited to see how it goes. I'm sure TikTok will let me know ASAP if there's any issues over there. Welcome along. I see Koza joining in there. Let's see some familiar names pop up in the chat room. XJC, ahoy mate! Nicole Payne, ahoy! How are you, Koza? Yeah, doing very good, mate. How about the new audio on TikTok? I hope it's working. It'd be terrible if I'm standing here yapping away to myself. We are ready for a big game here, the Eliminator, between the Sydney Thunder and the Melbourne Stars, the resurgent Melbourne Stars. Boy, has this been a fairy tale finish for Melbourne. Bottom of the table after 5 rounds without a win on the board, not a single victory on the board. And they have gone on an absolute tear since then, qualifying for the finals, stealing 4th spot. I wouldn't say stealing, they earned it. Stealing's completely wrong. They completely earned it. Qualified in 4th spot. Now here they are on the brink of the fairy tale continuing. Zane Smith, ahoy there. How are you, mate? Welcome along, or welcome back. I seem to recall your username from yesterday, if I remember correctly. So we should be in for a good one here. The Sydney Thunder, of course, missing some players to international tour duty. And the Melbourne Stars, full strength it'll be. David Warner versus Glenn Maxwell. That's going to be a good battle with the bat. Who can get on top of the bowlers? We'll have to find out. Because we are moments away from starting here. The loser of this is gone. The winner will go through to face the Sydney Sixers for the right to take on the Hurricanes in the big one. Win prediction. Oh, I have to go for the Melbourne Stars. I have to go Melbourne Stars. I have been on the Stars since about game number 5. NRL Super King, ahoy mate. Heath McDonald, go the Stars. Koza goes for the Thunder. Oh, sorry, Koza. Unfortunately, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. I just love the fairy tale story. A team, bottom of the table, couldn't buy a win. Going on a tear and getting themselves into a grand final. I mean, it's just, I'll tell you what it would be. It'd be the media's dream. It'd be the promoter's dream. Think of the story. And, as well, imagine if you had the Hurricanes and the Stars in the final, guaranteed to be a new winner. BBL 14 has delivered. BBL 14 has delivered everything, including a new winner. Teams are out on the field now, getting ready for the start of this one. The Melbourne Stars have won the bat flip and they've elected to field first. David Warner and Weibgen come out to open the batting. Rainy Tech, hate me or not, you hate the Melbourne Stars. No, that's fine. The Brisbane Heat are my team. So, I would just love to see the Melbourne Stars win. I have no reason, one way or the other, to go for either team other than that fairy tale finish. Melbourne Stars have won the bat flip. They've elected to field first. Beat SA1. Ahoy there, mate. Or beats A1. Ahoy. Riley McLean, 21. Ahoy there, mate. NRL Super King. Ahoy. Jack Shields. Yes, indeed. I think you've been at a couple of them. I definitely recognise your username there. Walshy. Ahoy, mate. Fletcher. Who's going to win? Oh, big bat flip to win, I reckon. Melbourne Stars won the bat flip, elected to field first. We'll see. North is the best. Timmy, ahoy. We are ready to get underway in this one. Now, I was late getting up this morning, so I didn't get a chance to chuck on a multi. Sam Constas is off on tour duty. Rainy Tech. No Sam Constas. David Warner and Wiebken open the batting. And who's going to open the bowling for the Melbourne Stars? There was talk of actually going straight to Glenn Maxwell. That would have been a humongous risk. That was Ricky Ponting that said that in the pre-game. What a monumental risk that would have been. And opening the bowling is Tom Curran. Well, he got tonked his opening over the other night. Let's see how he goes. He is cut away straight to point. David Warner not able to find the gap. And a dot ball to start. Well, look, Tom Curran, he's been there, done it before. Matty Colkin, ahoy, mate. Boy, that game of tennis last night, as soon as I left the stream, it just went downhill, didn't it? I thought we were in for a 5-set blockbuster as this swings away wide down the leg side. Well, there you go. I've said that Tom Curran's been there, done it all before, but apparently this is the first time he's opened a BBL game. Yeah, very disappointing in the tennis last night. That game just fell off a cliff. I'm wondering what happened. Warner slashes this in the air and taken at point. David Warner's gone for a duck. And the Melbourne Stars land the first blow of this knockout game. And it's a biggie. David Warner's gone for a duck. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. He has just scooped it in the air. The Melbourne Stars, what a beginning to this match. Winning the bat flip, electing to bowl first. Oh, it's high fives all around. It's high tens. Forget the high fives. The Sydney Thunder 1 for 1. David Warner back in the dugout. Wow, what a start. Tom Curran opening the bowling, getting the job done. Amazing. Oh, boy. It actually reminded me because I heard that Novak Djokovic was potentially nursing some sort of injury. The legitimacy of the injury, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. As Jilks into bat now. Bends it to the offside. It reminded me potentially of a scenario. I'm just wondering if a similar thing may have happened last night. There was a time when Serena Williams hurt her leg during the match. And I want to say that she was playing... Oh, I think I'm probably wrong about this. I want to say she was playing Maria Sharapova, but I think maybe not, as Jilks advances down the pitch, clubs it to mid-off, another dot ball. But anyway, all you had to do to win, right, because Serena couldn't run, so all you had to do to beat her was hit the ball away from her, tap a little drop shot over the net. She can't run for it. But it's almost like whoever she was playing felt sorry for her and kept hitting the ball in her general direction. And I'm watching it going, what is going on here? Just hit the ball away from her and you win easy. I'm just wondering if Carlos Alcaraz noticed the injury to Djokovic and sort of took the foot off the gas a little bit. Thought, oh, well, I've got an easy win here. And when you give up momentum in sports, we talk about momentum in sports constantly. And I just wonder if maybe he took the foot off the gas and even nursing some sort of niggle or potential injury, that was enough momentum for Djokovic to just ride out 3 sets easily as Jelks elevates this one over the top of mid-off for 4. 1 for 5 at the end of the first over, but a big, big wicket. David Warner back in the dugout. Tom Curran getting the breakthrough. No multi on this one, Matt. Didn't have a chance to put it on. 1 for 5 after 1. What a start indeed. Simon, Hobart Hurricanes. They couldn't have asked for a better start. Quite frankly. Geez, there's still people filtering into their seats. They come in and sit down, and all the kids there are like, buddy, I'm here to see David Warner. Oh, he's out already? Steckity to bowl the second over, and he's wide down the leg side. Off the money there, Steckers. We've seen this story before, though, haven't we? Mark Steckity wide down the leg side to start. He might go wide down the offside now. There were a few nervy moments last night. Wasn't there? Simon. You thought when Silk was out, we were done. Yeah, Silk was the big wicket. Weebgen fends to the offside, another dot ball. Lots and lots of dot balls to start here. 1 for 6 off 1.2. Jocker, ahoy mate. Steckity on the money this time. Punch down the ground mid-on. Army rolls. Cuts it off for just a single. Tyler Rabbitohs 1. Ahoy there. So that last link that I sent through, Matt, that didn't work still. That link should be a direct invite into the server. Top edges, this one. Will it fly over the infield? Yes, it does. It lands safely, and the fielders nearly collide. They should come back for 3. Boy, that was another chance for a wicket, though. Yeah, Justin, Sam Constas, and the rest of the internationals are off to Sri Lanka. It's always been a big talking point in the planning and the scheduling of the BBL. Weebgen just fends to the offside. Backward point, slides across, takes it. Just another single there. 1 for 11. Jeez, that would have been nasty if they had a clash. We don't want to see more clashes in the outfield. Cricket, thank you very much for the rose. As Jelks backs away, pulls this one over the top of the infield. And it's the first 6 of the night over square leg. Beautiful shot. And Steketty's gone for 12. That over. A good one for the Thunder. And it's 1 for 17 after 2. The big wicket, though. Tom Curran getting David Warner. AB1, ahoy, mate. All right, let's just refresh this scoreboard and see if that fixes it playing up. Who am I going for in this one? Oh, it'd be nice if the Melbourne Stars won, I've got to say. But you just want to see a good game at the end of the day. Mads, they had Sixers versus Stars instead of Thunder and Stars on 7+. Oh, well, it's good to know I'm not the only one that does things like that and has mistitled videos from time to time. Slower ball, Jilks waits on it. Cuts and can't beat the fielder. Barry Kane, ahoy, mate. Barry Kane, 23, says, looks like it might rain at the cricket. One for 18 here, 2.2 gone. Slicing this one in the air, and it carries to the man at point. Now, is that a dropped catch? Or did it land just short? But boy, the Sydney Thunder, they are taking some chances here. Uppishly played again. That was almost the exact same way that David Warner fell. It's landed just short of the man at point. Very nearly carrying to the fielder. That would have been another one. 1 for 19. Weebgen just guides it square on the leg side. Protection out there. They might be able to push for 2 here, though. And they do. Aussies versus Aussies in the mixed doubles final. Nice. Testo 11. Who do I support in the Big Bash? I'll just be over here. I go for the Brisbane Heat, I'm afraid. A shocking season. Weebgen. Miscommunication. Direct hit would be interesting as Jilks is sent back. Goes over the top of the stumps, though. Safely home. Oh, direct hit would have been very interesting. It was the old yes, no. Yes, no. Hurricanes are going to win it this year, so. Anyway, I don't want to jinx it. Final ball here of Curran's second over. Done well so far. Weebgen guides this fine down the leg side. And it rolls into the rope for 4. A good effort down there at deep fine leg, but ultimately it gets to the rope. A 4 to finish. And it is 1 for 25. 3 overs gone. Interesting. The big wicket of David Warner in the first over. And a couple of edges that have fallen safely, top edges. Peter Siddle now into the bowling attack. Jilks is 14 off 8. Weebgen, 9 off 8. Slashes at this one. Too wide from Siddle. And should be a boundary. Diving effort in the outfield. Too much width given there from Peter Siddle. And it was dispatched in kind. Jilks moves to 18. One for 29 after 3.1. Here come the Sydney Thunder, the recovery. We saw a very good effort at recovery last night, didn't we, from the Sydney Sixers, who were in a diabolical situation. And now Jilks advances down the pitch. Inside edge, back past the stumps for 4. Back-to-back boundaries. Unlucky there for Peter Siddle. Jilks taking it to the bowlers, keeping that scoreline ticking over nicely. One for 33, back-to-back boundaries off Siddle. Drives him in the air, taken! What a catch, what a response! The second wicket falls. They'll have a closer look at this, see if it's carried, but this looks like a fantastic effort. Umpires converge for a little bit of a chat. This will be 2 for 33. It's been given out on field. And the big wicket of Jilks to go with the big wicket of Warner. The Melbourne Stars getting the job done at the moment. Here's the replay. Fingers are under the ball. That's gone straight into the back of the hand. And this will be out. That's a great catch. Diving forward. Oh, does it bobble out there? Does it bobble out there and hit the ground? It's been given out on field. So you would imagine that it stays that way. That frame, that one frame where it looks like it might be hitting the ground. There. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. This will be a toughie. I'm giving it out, but I'm not in charge of the button. I don't have final say. His fingers are under the ball there still, though. In fairness, they have to be. His fingers can't disappear. They have to be under the ball at that point. Yeah, this will be given. I'm giving it. I think that the third umpire will give it as... What? It's been given, not out. It was that one frame, wasn't it? There was one frame where it looked like the ball was just hitting a blade of grass. Wow. That's a big call, though. Big call in the context of the game. And off the ground they go. Well, here's the stoppage in play that we were concerned about. Stoinis has called for the troops. And they are leaving the field due to lightning. Players leaving the field due to lightning. There you go. Off they head for a little bit of a break, and they'll let that lightning storm pass. That'll be an interesting one. So that will be talked about, I'm sure. No matter what happens for the rest of this game, that will be talked about. The catch that was not given I mean, surely his fingers were under that ball. Where's my baseball? I know that this is not a cricket ball, but anything round, I'm thinking. There was that one frame that we were looking at front on, and it looks like it's hitting the grass. But old mate's fingers were under that ball as well, so he had his hands. He had his hands this way. It hit the back of his hand and bobbled forward. His finger had to be there. But anyway, we don't make the rules. There was that one frame where it looked like it was touching the ground. But surely his fingers were still under there. Matty Colkin says mixed doubles final is Birrell and Smith versus Piers and Gadecki on Friday. Very cool. Rhino Ryan. I go for the Brisbane Heat. Maybe not next season, but I say that every single time they have a bad year. I'm like, that's it, no more. To hell with this team. But I always end up giving them another chance. Once you've picked a team, it's very hard to give up on them, isn't it? Your favorite sports team, it's like you and your favorite sports team, it's like the most toxic relationship you could ever imagine. Yeah, I used to play softball. I used to play baseball, Matty. First baseman, and I used to come in and bat at number 3 in the order. First baseman's job, very obvious, but coming in at 3 in the batting, my job was just to make contact and keep the leadoff batsman, keep the leadoff hitters on base if they're already on base. I don't control the scoreboard, Matty. That comes from another website, and I have zero control over it whatsoever. If it's playing up, all I can do is apologize, but it's got nothing to do with me, I'm afraid. Fortnight on top, ahoy mate. Marcus Harris, thoughts on the Curran catch? I thought it was a catch. I thought it was given out on field. I thought that there wasn't really any clear evidence there to overturn the decision. Who knows? What do I know? Unfortunately known. Go for the Brisbane Heat. No, it's a lightning delay at the moment. Fortnight on top. Lightning delay. We were expecting this. There's been bad weather sort of hanging around the stadium. So we were expecting some delays. But yeah, that was straight off the field. Marcus Stoinis actually pointed it out to the umpires. The lightning hanging about. Pointed it out to the umpires, said, let's get out of here. Have a little break. Imagine, excuse me, imagine though, going into that break with that second wicket down, that would have been huge for the Stars. Unfortunately known, says not our year. Talking about the Brisbane Heat there. But, well, unfortunately known. That's me saying unfortunately and now saying your username. Unfortunately known. It's their own fault. Their own bloody fault. The recruitment and retention for BBL 14, in my opinion, disgraceful. Disgraceful. Alex, ahoy there, mate. Constas is off to Sri Lanka with the rest of the Australian internationals. All right, I'm going to put this baseball down. I'm getting distracted. Jed McDermott, ahoy, mate. Hopefully not too long of a delay this one, but game currently delayed because of lightning hanging about the stadium. Yeah, there was no rain. Oh, and we're back. Scenes live. Let's see what's happening. No players out on the field. There's no covers out either. I guess it's all just precautionary these days, isn't it? Right? Like, you can't take any chances with anything. There's no covers out on the ground, so there's no rain hanging about. It's just lightning. Lightning in the distance. I've seen some videos on YouTube, actually, some really terrifying ones, where soccer, the one that I remember very vividly, it was a soccer game, and you hear the crack of thunder and the lightning bolt hits the turf, actually hits the playing square, and all the players just jump down. There's also a baseball one, Major League Baseball. You hear the big crack of thunder and see the lightning flash, and the players just bolt for the dugout. Yeah, the game will absolutely start again. The players are all sitting out in the dugout. The players are all sitting out there just waiting for the lightning to pass by the stadium. All right, so I've done something different with the audio tonight over on TikTok. I've actually fixed it up and I'm running it properly. Now that it seems that we'll be doing these on the regular, I thought I'd better fix up the audio. So hopefully the audio is all good. Yeah, Joey, the lightning is not at the ground. The lightning is surrounding the ground. It's in the distance. And that's what I was saying before, just before you popped in, mate. It must be a precautionary thing these days. Like any lightning visible around in or around the stadium, they must just go straight off. Marcus Stoinis actually pointed it out to the umpires. Marcus Stoinis was straight up and pointing to the sky. So there was some lightning hovering about in the distance. And yeah, I guess precautionary, even if it wasn't necessarily close to the stadium, off they came. All the talk will be about that catch, though. The catch that was not given. Hits the ground there. There's that one frame. That one frame is devastating for the Melbourne Stars case. Anyway, Jilks has got his helmet on. He's all still padded up. There we go. Officially, if the lightning is within a 10-kilometre radius of the stadium, sport can't be played. It's just been given to us. That official rule has just been communicated to us. Lightning within a 10-kilometre radius of the stadium means they can't play. So, thank you very much for the heart me. Very much appreciated. Nice. Okay, so the players are about to come back on. BD says, what's a little lightning ever done to anybody? Oh, I probably shouldn't call it a hilarious video, because I probably shouldn't laugh at it, but there is this video, actually, of a bloke is just walking down the street. Now, what he's doing walking down the street in a lightning storm, I don't know. It's not my position to judge, but old mate gets struck by lightning 3 times. 3 times in the same little sequence. Yeah, actually, I probably shouldn't call that hilarious. How are you, Zoe? How's everything going? So, for those just jumping on, a little bit of a delay here for lightning around the stadium. The players will be coming back out after the break. The Sydney Thunder, 1 for 33, the big wicket of David Warner, and almost the wicket of Jilks right before the break in play. But 1 for 33. Delicately poised game, as I like to say. Lightning around the stadium, Ethan. Not even at the ground, but they did give us an update and said within a 10-kilometre radius of the stadium, no sport can be played. So it's off in the distance somewhere within 10 kilometres of the stadium. Marcus Stoinis was actually the one that pointed it out. Funnily enough, Marcus Stoinis went up to the umpires, pointed to the sky, and here they come back out onto the field now. If it's 9.9, then they have a break in play, Fortnite on top, because that would be 0.1 within the required radius. Melbourne Stars back out onto the field now. Revised playing conditions, 19 over game. No change to power play and power surge. There you go. So we've lost an over. Will Main, ahoy, mate. Cricket is goated. Ahoy there. Who am I going for? The Melbourne Stars. My team in the Brisbane Heat, so I've adopted the Melbourne Stars for the duration of BBL 14. I want to see Stars versus Hurricanes. Okay, play back underway. Peter Siddle charges in. Push to the offside for 1. And we are off and running once again. 1 for 34. Zoe, you've been playing Squid Game. Very nice. I've still got to try that. I still haven't done it. 2 balls left here in this Peter Siddle over. Driven straight back at Siddle. Fields his own bowling. One for 34. 1 ball left here. 1 ball left of the power play. Peter Siddle to Wybgen. Scoops this one off the pads, and will it race away for 4? The fielder comes around, cuts it off. Oh, you want to hop down, do you? 1 for 36, the end of the power play. So, They lost the early wicket of David Warner, but still not horribly poised here, the Sydney Thunder. They've recovered nicely from that early breakthrough. Obviously, they'll be disappointed about that wicket falling. It was a big one for the Stars. One for 36 after 4. No, you can't use the power surge before 10 overs. Fortnight on top. That is the absolute earliest that you're allowed to. Usama Mir into the bowling attack now. To Jilks. Floats this one up and Jilks drives it down to long on for a single. Cartwright almost got killed by the spikes. I missed that one. Mia to Weebgen. Scopes it up. Caught and bowled. He's gone. A leading edge. And Weebgen's out for 11. Usama Mir with the caught and bowled. And the Thunder now 2 down. Definitely this time. They can't take this one away. It's 2 for 37. Well, he just never got to the pace of that delivery or lack thereof. Lack of the pace. Scoops it back chest high to Usama Mir. Bobbles it. But manages to hold on. The second wicket falls. For real this time. 2 for 37. 4.2 overs gone. Sam Billings, former Brisbane Heat player. Another one that recruitment and retention let go. 2 for 37. Mia, and they've got a slip in place now. Marcus Stoinis has moved himself into the slips. Applying the pressure to the new man, Sam Billings. They feel like they're on top here, the Stars, and they probably feel that way. Rightfully so, as Billings lunges down the pitch to defend. It beats the outside edge. Beautifully bowled from Usama Mir, and they're going to have a look at the stumping, but I think he was safely home. He never took his foot out of the crease. Not once. Extremely well bowled, though, from Usama Mir. Now, what am I doing? Oh, Australian Open. Australian Open tennis. And that foot firmly planted in behind the crease. Not out will be the call. 2 for 37. 4.4 gone. This has been a great opening over from Usama. 1 run and a wicket from it. Billings goes the reverse sweep. Gets it past the man at backward point. And that races away for 4. Two for 41 and Billings off the mark. Reverse sweep with confidence. Watch Usama float this one up a little higher. Well, he actually dropped it in shorter, and Billings goes the reverse again and clubs it through backward point this time. Same result, back-to-back boundaries from Billings to finish the over. Still Usama Mir gets the wicket. And it's 2 for 41. 5 overs gone. 2 for 45, sorry. 5 overs gone. So they're travelling along nicely. The Sydney Thunder wickets at some point will obviously become a concern for them. But as it stands right now, despite the wickets, they're going along nicely in terms of run rate. Glenn Maxwell into the bowling attack. I see that Glenn Maxwell shaves the side of his head just like I do. You can't tell because of the bandana. Maxwell into Jelks. Jelks tries to strong arm this over the onside. A little inside edge. Dribbles down to short third man. Through for a single. Shh. Ahoy there, mate. Sorry, I'm not telling people to shut up. I'm saying that's his username. Shush. Shush. In the YouTube chat. Ahoy there, mate. You always watch the streams. You just don't chat. Well, welcome along. Feel free to chat. These streams are always quite interactive. I try and find the balance between calling the game and interacting with the chat room. So, thank you for the message. It's nice to know that you're out there. Attempted sweep. Misses. Maxwell pleading with the umpire for LBW. Oh, this one's pitched outside the line. Potentially hit outside the line. They're having a big think about it. 3 seconds left, 2, 1, and just calling the review there, Stoinis. They have just got in with 1 second to spare for this review. Maxie was very interested. Glenn Maxwell was basically begging the umpire there to give that out. It's been given not out on field. Now it's pitched outside the line. Impact. Umpire's call, maybe. Impact might be umpire's call. Wickets hitting. Now, if there's an edge here, then forget about it. No, it's missed the bat. It's missed the glove. The impact is all pad. Let's see. It's definitely pitched outside the line. Impact is outside the line too. Umpire's call. Wickets, umpire's call. Well, they'll retain their review. So actually a worthy shout there from Maxie in the end. That was well worth the review in the end there. 2 for 46. It stays. Shush, you've just gotten into cricket, so you don't know a lot, but you're trying to get better. Fantastic. You might go to the Women Australian Games since they're playing where you live. Very nice. Well, welcome to the cricket streams. I mean, Western World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, and live on Facebook. We usually do NRL and Super Rugby, but this is our first time doing an entire season of Big Bash cricket. So welcome along over there. Wow, that could have been a huge breakthrough for Glenn Maxwell. Jilks back on strike. Gets onto the back foot and just punches this down the ground. Two for 48. Very much looking forward to the 2025 NRL season. Melbourne Storm, for mine, clear favourites to win the whole thing. Billings advances, scoops it up in the air, just short of Stoinis. 2 for 48, 6 overs gone. Liam, ahoy there, mate. No, we don't do AFL. Well, I don't do AFL. We are talking about covering the AFL, just not by me. Michelle is more than welcome to do the AFL if she wants to. Lando Norris, the GOAT. 2 for 48 here, 6 overs gone. Delicately poised game. Will Main says Michelle can do Hawks games only. Don't know that she'd be interested in that. Who does she go for? I think she goes for Geelong, right? Usama Mir back into the attack. Remember, the winner of this game to go on and face the Sydney Sixers. The loser. That's the end of their season. Jilks is 27 of 16. Billings, 9 off 8. Looking good, Sam Billings. Floats this one up. Billings sweeps it away on the bounce. Protection out there at deep square leg. Just the one run. Jelks backs away in his crease, cuts it out to deep point. Just another single. Oh, Will Main, you had a bad day today. Sorry to hear that, mate. Ball or delivery swept away from Billings. Just a single again. Two for 51, or 52 now. 4 singles off this over. Frank Boff, you heard that Bevan French is going to go to St. George. Oh, that's right in the slot. Jelk scoops it away, but doesn't get hold of it. And Glenn Maxwell is down there at long on to take a regulation catch. 3 for 52. Usama Mir with another wicket. And they're letting the crowd know about it. Mookie, ahoy, mate. And back in the day, Freddie Flintoff would have ripped the BBL up. Yeah, when Freddie Flintoff was playing BBL, he had obviously wasn't... I believe he'd already retired from international cricket, so his heart just wasn't in it. He was there for the paycheck, you could tell. And that's not a problem, by the way. I don't blame him for that whatsoever. But yes, a prime Freddie Flintoff in BBL would have been very interesting. Ollie is the best. Ahoy there, mate. Reed says ahoy. Ahoy, Reed. 3 for 52 here. Slip back in place for the new man, Ollie Davies. And back when BBL was in its early stages, we had Chris Gale tearing things up. Putting on an absolute clinic. Will, I'm not entirely sure what you... I feel like, Will, there might be a message before that one that I haven't seen. You had a bad day today. You didn't do anything. She just said, as soon as I saw her, like 10 minutes later, I have to go. I feel like there must be a message prior to that one that didn't come through or something. Reed is shouting me a party. Yes. Dougie, the pizza boy Warren, into the bowling attack. Three for 52, 7 overs gone. Driven down the ground, there is protection at long on and long off. It'll just be the single. Hurricanes versus Stars final would be nice. It would be nice. 3 for 53. Davies on drive. Just a single. Long on and long off for coordinating well there. One's up, one's back. Depends if there's a lefty or a righty. Billings goes after this one. Uppishly played through point. A single out to backward point in the end. 3 for 55. 7.3 gone. Ollie Davies doesn't get hold of that at all. Cuts it away to Stoinis. Dot ball. A full toss. Davies gets down on it. Long on. Racing in to keep it down to a single. Just the 4 singles of this over so far from Dougie the Pizza Boy. Dougie the Pizza Boy Warren. 3 for 56. 7.5 gone. 19 overs only in this one, remember. And it's a forward defensive shot to end the over with a dot ball. 3 for 56. 8 overs gone. The wickets could prove to be critical. Run rate wise, traveling along nicely. Well, not too bad anyway. Frank Boff over on the YouTube reckons the Dolphins to make the finals in the NRL this season. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I'm a bit concerned about the Dolphins in this post-Wayne Bennett era, to be honest. Usama Mir back into the attack, 2 for 13 off his 2 overs so far. And a single down the ground to long off. Or long on, one of them. Three for 57. Does that mean they will have drinks break at 9.3 overs? Oh, that's hilarious. Can you imagine if they actually did? That'd be brilliant. Revised drinks break. Reverse sweep. Billings off the top edge. Bounces just painfully short of the man at backward point. I think they will still have the drinks break at over 10. God, that'd be funny, though, if they did. Well, I suppose it depends if a wicket... If they get a wicket at 9.3, they'll have the drinks break. A dot ball. This is good bowling. Usama Mir. Usama Mir is BBL 14's Rashid Khan. Swing and a miss and a stumping opportunity, perhaps. Beats the keeper. And they come through for a bye. That is beautifully bowled. Ollie Davies did not get to the spin of that at all. Beaten, all ends up. Oh, turning it beautifully. Osama Mir. Now that has turned a mile and straightened. Sam Billings was playing a sweep shot. That ball pitched on leg and has spun all the way back to off stump. This is fabulous bowling. Osama Mir. Billings goes the reverse this time, and Osama Mir gets this one to go straight. Well, he is bamboozling them. It's the Osama Mir show out there, and the batsmen have no idea. No idea at all what's going on. That is just sensational bowling. Unlucky, really, in many respects, to not get another wicket there. Some incredible bowling. Really good stuff. The 3 for 59. Osama Mir leading the way with the ball. So, who do the Sydney Thunder have to turn to in terms of spin? Seems like a very good night for the spinners. Could the spinners provide the difference? Channel 7 still got copyright 2024 on their tagline. That's hilarious. Channel 7, it's 2025. That's funny. Oh, they are having the drinks break early. How about that? They have taken the drinks break at the end of 9. Usually it's at the 10 over mark, the halfway mark. But yes, they have brought the drinks break up early. So, Melbourne Stars slightly ahead here, 3 for 59. 9 overs gone, 6.56 the run rate. I would say the Stars are on top at the moment. Let's see what Sportsbet says. Sportsbet agrees, very much so. Melbourne Stars, $1.48. The Sydney Thunder, $2.60. And absolutely, we've lost an over as Dougie the Pizza Boy Warren back into the attack. Drops this one in a little short. It's cut away out to point for 1. Three for 60. Billings is 14 off 16. Davies 4 off 8. Davies has been struggling to fire. Billings lifts this one over the top of the covers. And one bounce wide of Maxi there at deep extra. And over for 4. We lost an over. We lost an over to a lightning break. The players had to leave the field for about 10 minutes due to lightning. So we've lost an over. Billings goes the reverse. Swing and a miss. And everyone has a good old chuckle about that one. Wee soy there. Welcome along. Waste a World of Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. Top edge as he goes for the reverse sweep again, but it will land safely. And now a misfield. Oh, that's really poor fielding. A misfield out of deep backward point. And that will go to the rope for 4. Well, that is really poor fielding. Dougie, the pizza boy, didn't deserve that. 3 for 68, 9.4 gone. Reverse again, off the glove. And it drops short of Peter Siddle at a short third man there. They're riding their luck here tonight, the Sydney Thunder, it must be said. They have had some edges and some uppishly played shots just fall their way. Davies pushes this to the offside, wants 2. Not going to get it, mate. That's very ambitious. Just the one. 11 off this over. 3 for 70 after 10. Delicately poised game. Dougie, the pizza boy, Warren, none for 15 off his 2. And now Stoinis to come into the attack. And when do they pull the trigger on the power surge? I think Davies is not looking all that comfortable. I probably wouldn't call it with Davies out there. Well, Davies can be out there. I probably wouldn't call it with Davies still very, very edgy, it seems. Angelica, Philippines, ahoy. Welcome along. 3 for 70 after 10. And Stoinis with the ball. Davies on strike. So, yeah, no thought of a power surge here. Not at this stage. Stoinis in. Davies swings and misses. And that's exactly what we're talking about right there. Ollie Davies, he's just not got his eye in. Well, he hasn't really had his eye in all season, has he? But specifically tonight, he just doesn't have the eye in. Another swing and a miss. And it remains 3 for 70. The winner of this game, of course, goes on to face the Sydney Sixers. And the loser, their season is over. Stoinis into Davies again. Drifts onto the leg side. And that'll be called a wide. Stoinis getting that a little bit wrong. Having a good old laugh about it. At least he sees the humorous side in it. Marcus Stoinis. Davies advances down the wicket, inside edge, back past the stumps, past the keeper. And it's cut off by deep fine leg. Just the one, is it? They've come back for 2, surely. Yes, they've come back for 2. Oh, that would have been horrible running if it was only 1. And Ollie Davies just, again, continuing to struggle here. Struggling to get to the pace and the pitch of the ball. Stoinis tosses one up just outside off. Davies tries to hoik this over mid-wicket. Can't get hold of it again. And an inside edge back onto the pads. Another dot ball. It's struggle street out there for Ollie Davies. It really is. 3 for 73. Again, tempting half volley right on middle stump. Davies can't get hold of it. 3 for 74. Jeez, it might be best for the Sydney Thunder here if Ollie Davies gets out. He's really, really struggling. Billings, 23 off 20. And Davies, 8 off 13. It is such a big contrast. For some reason, it's not working, Will. Big shout for LBW from Stoinis. Yeah, for some reason, it's just not working. I used the exact same invite that I used for you. So, no idea, really, Will. Tried the same one. Tried a different one. We tried making a brand new one. Final ball of the over here for Stoinis. None for 4 off it so far. Driven down to the mid-off on the circle. 3 for 76. 11 overs gone. Melbourne Stars bowling well. $19 over game, of course, as we've already stated. So what would be a par score here for the Sydney Thunder? What we've got to consider, what kind of scoreline will they be after? 3 for 76, though, after 11. That certainly won't be good enough. They're going to need more than that. Dougie the Pizza Boy Warren back into the attack. Clubs it down the ground to long on for a single. I wasn't saying anything, Bo. You just happened to pop in right at a moment I wasn't talking. One of those very rare occasions I'm actually not saying anything. Doesn't happen very often, I know. But yeah, you just happened to pop in right at the time I wasn't talking for once. Welcome along, Bo. Nice to see you again, mate. Billings advances down the pitch and they've missed a stumping. Oh, that's a big moment, perhaps. Sam Billings dancing down the wicket and a stumping opportunity goes begging. Oh, that is a big let off there for the Thunder. And a swing and a miss now outside off stump. This is a good over from Dougie the Pizza Boy. Three for 77. 3 deliveries left. Reverse sweep. Billings gets hold of that one. Can't beat the man at backward point. Just a single. That is a very high-risk shot for just 1 run. 3 for 78, 11.4 gone. A 19 over game, of course. And Ollie Davies, he needs to start finding the middle of the bat. Goes for the reverse. Can't beat the man in the circle there, Peter Siddle. They race through for a single anyway, just to bring Billings back on strike. Yannick Sinner leads 2-1 in the tennis. Yeah, Yannick Sinner is going to be very hard to beat. Reverse sweep off the top edge. Will it carry? Yes, it does. It's taken by the man at deep backward point. Dougie the Pizza Boy's fired up. He's got a wicket. 3 overs, 1 for 18. And Billings is on his way. And the Sydney Thunder are in big trouble now. 4 for 79. Tom Curran definitely gets the fingers underneath this one. They're not taking that one off him. Four for 79. So the mis-stumping doesn't do too much damage in the end. As Darth Vader, ahoy mate. That's a big, big breakthrough. Melbourne Stars right on top here. 4 for 79. 12 overs gone. A 19-over game. Ollie Davies, 11 of 16, struggling to get going. And George Garton now out to the crease. Tom Curran has been given the ball. Going straight back to a strike bowler. I would not be surprised if there's a slip in place as well, to be honest. They have been chucking a slip in. Well, there's not one. They have been, up until this point, chucking a slip in place every time a new batsman comes out to the crease. Well, Davies is on strike, is probably why there's no slip. Ollie Davies is the man on strike. Starts with a dot ball. He's just not getting... He doesn't have his eye in. It's hard to fathom that 17 deliveries into his work here. Ollie Davies, he has far from got his eye in. He doesn't look comfy. Curran to Davies. Drops it in short. It's off the toe of the bat again. And another dot ball. Ollie Davies on Struggle Street. The Sydney Thunder on Struggle Street. Melbourne Stars winning the toss, electing to field first. They're doing very, very well at the moment. Davies pulls this to the onside. Man on the fence out there, so just a single. All right, I'm interested to see if they put a slip in. Up until this point, they've been chucking a slip in place for a new batsman. Curious to see if they keep that up. With Garton on strike, Curran just a single off this over so far. 3 balls into it. He's 1 for 14 off his 2.3. Gee, should be tempted to have a slip in place. It'd be mighty tempting. Bended back down the wicket. They come through for a quick single. Direct hit would have been needed. No slip in place for the new man on this occasion. But well on top here, the Melbourne Stars. Four for 81. Davies again, not really getting hold of that, but a misfield on the edge of the circle there from Marcus Stoinis at mid-off. And they'll come back for a second. 3 runs. Four for 81. Turns into 83 off that misfield. Davies advances down the wicket to Curran. This time Stoinis fields, and there is a sarcastic cheer and round of applause from the stadium. A single to finish the over. 5 runs from it. IGL Tiro says, do you reckon teams will choose to hit first next season? Because we've seen an increase of wins by the batting first team. The BBL 14 certainly swung, didn't it? At the start of the year, it was a no-brainer. Win the toss, field first. And even if it wasn't always comfortable, more often than not, the chasing team would chase it down and get over the top. But we did see towards the back end of BBL 14, the regulation rounds, definitely with more consistency, the team batting first and setting the total was able to defend. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next season. Stoinis into Davies, cuts this away over the top of point, into the gap for 4. Ollie Davies, that is his best shot of the innings by far. And maybe if he gets his eye in, they can consider taking this power search. They have been waiting for this surge. Stoinis goes onto leg side this time. Good answer there from Marcus Stoinis. Backing up the boundary with a dot. Ball for 88 of 13.2. Stoinis, and again drops it in short. Davies pulls it away. Protection out there on the rope, though. Just a single. Stoinis bowling well, none for 10 off 1.3 so far, but Osama Mir has obviously been the pick of the bowlers. Osama Mir has been in fine form. Stoinis organising the troops. Got somebody coming into square leg now. And that fielder called into action immediately. Rogers. And he comes from mid-wicket. Ball for 89. They would have to call the surge, you would think, the next couple of overs. There's David Warner in the dugout. It was a very quick night for David Warner, wasn't it? Stoinis into Garton. Garton goes after it off the top edge of the bat, but still got enough to go over the rope for 6. Oh, that was a very non-committal pull shot. And it's gone over the square leg rope. 4 for 95, approaching the 100 mark now. Just carries over. Well, they're having a closer look at this. Has it carried over? This might have bounced just inside the rope. They're going to have a very close inspection on this one. It's a situation where we need that one extra frame. Matty Colkin, 4-1, Sinner. Yeah, Yannick Sinner, he's going to be very, very hard to beat. Very, very difficult. There we go, zooming in now. They're making sure they get this right. I reckon that's landed just short. This will be a 4. Close. Very close. still inspecting this. And it's been given a 6. No, it's been given a 4. There we go. The home crowd, a chorus of boos break out around the stadium. They're not happy with that. Final ball of the over here from Stoinis. Garton just skews this one away to the offside. Point covers it off. And a dot ball to finish. So they'll call the surge here, you would think. Ollie Davies on strike. I mean, they can't really leave it too much longer. 4 for 93. 14 overs gone. A 19-over game. Ollie Davies is on strike. You would think they have to call the search. But we'll see. See what they come up with. It is power surge time. There we go. It's official. It has been made official. Power surge activated. Stars are on top for sure. Shawmo. Four for 93. Power surge call. Peter Siddle in to bowl the first of the surge overs. Davies turns it fine. Can't beat the man in the circle there at fine leg. A dot ball to start. And he's frustrated. Ollie Davies. He's frustrated. $20 off 25. He's really struggled to get going tonight. Goes after this one. Siddle puts it right in the slot. And Ollie Davies just scoops it and helps it on its way over the square leg rope for 6. Boy, did he need that, and boy, did the Thunder need that. 84 meters, square on the leg side. It's 4 for 99. Siddle. Slower ball, outside off. Off the top edge. The man racing in from mid-on. Can't make the catch. Was that Stoinis there? And it lands safely. Stoinis couldn't make up the ground. They've come through for 2 runs. Oh, he got fingers to the ball, Stoinis. He just got his fingertips to it. Boy, that was close. 8 runs off the surge so far. Davies just jams this one into the pitch. Away for a single. Decent over so far from Peter Siddle, apart from that one ball. There was that one really noticeably poor delivery. Outside of that, though, a strong over. Four for 102. 19 overs. Let's not forget. Garton goes for the reverse and skews it straight to the man on the circle. A simple catch. A wicket in the power surge. How often do we see it? He's gone for the reverse, trying to ramp it. He's tried to ramp it over the top of short third man. Gets it way too square, and Rogers' simple catch. Peter Siddle, 9 runs and a wicket off that over. Well, there's still a ball to go. Still 1 ball to go. But 1 for 9 so far off the surge is not good enough, you would have to think. Not good enough for the Stars, for the Thunder, sorry. It's very good for the Stars. And another one falls. Chris Green out to the crease now, though. Alvin Kamara, ahoy, mate. 5 for 102, 14.5 gone. Chris Green to face this final ball from Peter Siddle. Oh, and he nearly chops it back on. A little under edge back onto his toe. And it rolls away to the offside. Good over that one from Peter Siddle. 5 for 103. Alvin, you're going for the Thunder. Geez, you'd have to be feeling pretty nervous right about now then, right? Sydney Thunder not off to the greatest of starts here. And Marcus Stoinis coming in to bowl the second of the surge overs. None for 14 off his 2. Green on strike. Well, they've fluffed their lines a little bit there. The Thunder, you would have thought. I mean, Ollie Davies probably needs to be on strike for as many surge balls as possible, you would think. But anyway, Stoinis to Green. Green turns it away on the leg side, beats the man at mid-on. There'll be 2 there if they wanted. And they do scurry through for the second. 5 for 105. Uh, 15.1 overs gone. Shorter ball, slower ball. Green off the top edge. Should be taken. Is taken by Hilton Cartwright out of deep mid-wicket. The 6th wicket falls. High fives all around from the Melbourne Stars. None for 5. 0 wins, 5 losses. At the halfway point of the competition, the Melbourne Stars found a way, qualified for the finals, and here they are now. Still with plenty of work to do, but here they are on top in the knockout. It's been an amazing turnaround to their season. Chris Green goes for 3. Hits it straight down the throat of Cartwright at deep mid-wicket. 6 for 105. And they're just running out of batsmen now. They are running out of batters fast. Melbourne Stars well on top here. We're also keeping an eye on the tennis. The Australian Open, Yannick Sinner. It's going to be very hard to beat Yannick Sinner. Nathan McAndrew out to bat now. 4 balls left here in the power surge. The power surge has been dominated by the Melbourne Stars. It's really been a poor couple of overs here for the Thunder. The surge not yielding any results at all. Stoinis, a full ball on the pads, driven to the man at mid-on. They come through for a single, so Ollie Davies will get to finish the surge with the final 3 balls here. Thunder are cooked, reckons Alvin. Davies cuts it away, picks out the man at point. Dot ball. This power surge has been a waste. Really has been. Two wickets have fallen. And they certainly haven't got very many runs. Drops this one in a little shorter. Davies flat bats it to mid-on, and they don't take the single. Final ball of the surge. It has been a big couple of overs for the Melbourne Stars. They have kept runs to a minimum, and they've taken 2 wickets. If they could knock Davies over here. Oh, boy. Davies turns it to the offside. Just a single to finish the surge. 4 runs and a wicket off that over from Marcus Stoinis. To go with, I think, 8 or 9 off the first surge over and a wicket. So it was 2 for 13 in the power surge. Oh. Melbourne Stars right on top in that surge period. Matty Colkin, thank you very much for the heart me. Cheers, mate. And Usama Mir now into Bolly's last over, keeping the pressure applied. 6 for 107, 16 overs gone. Usama Mir, 2 for 15 off his 3. Ollie Davies, 30 off 31, but he's really struggled to get going tonight. Goes for the reverse, scoops it up just short of the man at backward point. Peter Siddle. Oh, that was close. They come through for a single, exposing McAndrew. God, they could rip through them here. Mir to McAndrew. Look at the turn. He has pitched that outside leg stump for Usama Mir, and it is spun all the way back outside off. I tell you what, this is not going to be an easy run chase. Chris Green could have a field day on this pitch. Chris Green could have a night out. Who else have they got, the Thunder, though? Who else? Who's their other spinner? Edged and through the vacant slip court and could race away for 4. Peter Siddle winds back the clock and chases after it. Saves the 4. They should come back for a third, though, easily. I can't believe that there's no slip in place at this stage of the game. And so on top they are. Yannick Sinner takes the first set, 6-3. Well, there you go. Yes, he's going to be very, very hard to beat. But then again, I thought Carlos Alcaraz was going to be hard to beat as well. I guess not if you're Novak Djokovic. Well, they're having a closer look here at this save from Peter Siddle. He might have been touching the rope here. This could be 4. Well, it was a fantastic effort from Peter Siddle, winding back the clock there. But looks like that's going to be overturned and will be 4. I think he's got a cheeky little knee on the rope. Yeah, there we go. Been given. Nate Swindles says, why is Stex not bowling? He hurt himself in the field, diving for a catch. The extent of the injury, I don't think it's anything serious, but he hasn't been needed. He's been able to just hang out there and have a little bit of a break. Harry Collins says Stars should win this, and Matt says Sanger is the other spinner. Yeah, look, this run chase, look at that turn that Osama Mir's getting. Literally pitched a ball outside leg stump. It spun all the way back across and ended up outside off as Ollie Davies pulls this into the gap. Square on the leg side for 4. Yeah, Chris Green and Sanger could go on an absolute tear. This will be a very nervy run chase. I think there might be a little bit of a twist or turn left in this game as Davies advances down the wicket. Finishes that over with a single. 6 for 118. 17 overs gone. Oh, boy. We always talk about it, right? Like, you can't judge a pitch until both teams have batted on it. It might seem like the Sydney Thunder have been playing really, really badly, but maybe it is just a hard pitch to read. We won't know until both teams have played on it. It's going to be an interesting first few overs, that's for sure. Tom Curran back into the attack now. The Stars' sloppy fielding might just cost them. Yes, indeed. Hooves of Thunder, 89. They have been really poor in the field tonight. Davies on strike. Curran, slower ball, full, driven down the ground. Has he got all of it, Davies? No, he doesn't. He picks out the man in the deep, and long off takes the catch. Ollie Davies is gone. The slower ball was the key. Captain Redbeard, ahoy, mate. The 7th wicket falls. Ollie Davies, 36 off 35. Never quite got going tonight. But again, pace off. Pace off the delivery. And it didn't even come close to sailing over the rope. Could that be the key? Could the Sydney Thunder slow bowlers, spin bowlers, do some damage here? It's always a good night when it's streaming night, Captain Redbeard. That's what I say. Plenty of sport happening at the moment. We've got this, obviously, the knockout as Thomas Andrews out to bat. Andrews and McAndrew are the 2 batsmen at the moment. That's fabulous. Andrews and McAndrew. And the Australian Open is going on as we speak. 7 for 118 hit. Curran in again. Slower ball off the outside edge. Bounces just short of Osama Mir there at backward point. And they scurry through for a single. No, I don't really follow the NFL, Captain Redbeard. Seven for 119. I should go for the Bills, the Buffalo Bills. Why is that? Is that your team? I'm noticing a trend. If that's your team, I'm noticing like a. I'm definitely noticing like a country cowboy theme. Like, I mean, you could have gone for the Dallas Cowboys, I suppose, but like you think about North Queensland Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills, it's like Buffaloes and the I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but the Buffaloes are like the American farming stereotype. is what I mean, I suppose. And it's like the North Queensland's your outback farming area type of thing in Australia. So I was like, I'm noticing a connection here. North Queensland Cowboys, Buffalo Bills. I don't know what I'm on about. Don't mind me. 7 for 120 here. 17.4 overs gone. 2 deliveries remaining here for Tom Curran, who has been immaculate tonight. 2 for 20 off his 3.4 so far. Andrews slashes this away through the offside. It was too full on this occasion. It was too full, and Andrews just chops it away over the top of backward point for 4. Third man was up as well. Anthony Hampton. Hope the Stars win. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hurricane Stars Grand Final. Oh, that would be a whole lot of fun. Final ball here for Curran. Pace off again, driven down the ground, just a single. Maybe 2 if they push hard. They're going to push for the second. That's well run. Taking on the fielder. 7 for 126. Final over of the innings coming up. Hobart Hurricanes already through to the big dance. The final. Winner of this one to take on the Sydney Sixers. The loser. It's home time. Been a great BBL 14 so far, though. I've got to say, BBL 14 has far and away been my favourite. Even though my team did very, very poorly, I think overall, BBL 14 has been fantastic. And Peter Siddle has been given the duty of bowling the final over here. McAndrew on strike. Peter Siddle 1 for 21 off his 2 so far. Drops this one in slow and short outside off stump. And it's just powered back down the ground. The long off for a single. Captain Redbeard says the Stars deserve a win. They turned their season around. Really worked for it all the way. Absolute fairy tale of a story for the Melbourne Stars at the moment. I mean, honestly, no wins, 5 losses, halfway through the tournament. They couldn't buy a win. And then suddenly they go on an absolute tear. I would love to see the Melbourne Stars go all the way. I really would. Marcus, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. And thank you for the kind words. AB1 says, favourite game of the season. Oh, there's been a few. I mean, probably the one that always stands out to me is when Daniel Sams single-handedly winning that unwinnable run chase in the final few overs against the Adelaide Strikers pretty early on. Andrews goes for the ramp, misses it, through to the keeper for a dot ball. Peter Siddle bowling well. Peter Siddle, unbelievable that he's still so full of energy, so full of life. Seven for 127. 3 balls left in the innings. Slower ball again. Angling it back into the body, and they race through for a leg bye. 7 for 128. This chase is going to be fun. The run chase will not be easy. The Sydney Thunder, they've got Chris Green and who was the other one? Sanger, I think, was the other spin bowler. They have got spin bowling options. We have seen pace off spin bowling. Usama Mir, for example. Dougie, the pizza boy Warren, for the Melbourne Stars. Damage has been done with the spinners. Slower ball again, pace off. And see, the advantage with batting first is you don't necessarily know this. It took quite a few overs for the Melbourne Stars to figure out pace off. Whereas the Sydney Thunder are going to know right from ball number one, pace off is the key here. Do you understand what I mean? That's a slight advantage. Yeah, I'm not sold on this being a very easy run chase at all. I think we've still got a twist or turn left in this tail as Andrews pulls this one away for 6. Ends the innings with authority over the top of mid-wicket. A big 6 to finish. And 7 for 135. I mean, it's a little bit short of what you would consider a good score. But it is at least something to bowl at. You never know. And they do know that right from ball number one, keep the pace off. And they might just be a chance here. Yeah, look, I don't think this game's over. I am not willing to call this an easy run chase. 136 needed in 19 overs. I am not willing to call that easy. Not the way this pitch has been playing. Get Chris Green and Steezy's willing to call it. Easy win for the Stars, he says. Steezy in the chat room on TikTok. Easy win for the Stars. Yeah, I'm not willing to say that just yet. It's going to be a very interesting first few overs. All right, what's happening in the tennis? Yannick Sinner won the first set quite comfortably, and I would dare say he's probably up in the second as well. Yes, he's already broken serve, has he? He's already broken serve once, and he's love 15 on the Demon serve here. 2-love up in the second after winning the first set 6-3. So, yeah, Yannick Sinner, the number 1 seed. It'll be very hard to beat. Oh, there was a lightning delay, Captain Redbeard. There was a lightning delay. So they lost an over. All right, Wastewater Sports innings break here. I will have a quick break, and we'll be back for the run chase right after this. Thanks for being with us so far. It's going to be a very, very interesting first few deliveries. I mean, well, yeah, first few deliveries, first few overs. The power play. The power play could hold the key. Interesting times coming up. All right, quick break. Be right back. All right. Waste of World of Sports. Welcome back. So, innings break here. The Sydney Thunder, 7 for 135. After their 19 overs. Oh, this is going to be a fun run chase. Some lessons will have been learned out there. That's for sure, in terms of what to bowl. Off-pace deliveries certainly proved to be the key. .136 needed off 19. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Looking forward to it. Spin could hold the key. Chris Green could have one of those nights. You just never know. Severe heat wave in Queensland. Yeah, no bollocks. No bollocks. It's been very hot. I had to drop the aircon down to 19 degrees tonight. And it's not even 19 degrees in the room. I actually don't know whether, mind you, I mean, look, in fairness, there's a lot of electrical equipment, like studio lights, TVs, monitors. There's a lot of things in this room that generate heat, in fairness. So, but I have had to crank the aircon right down to 19 degrees just to get some sort of peace inside this studio. 41 degrees Celsius on Monday. Oh, screw that. Bugger that, honestly. I'm talking to a friend of mine at the moment who is in Spain right now. And she was complaining about the early mornings there at the moment, apparently, wherever it is that she's staying. The early mornings are like 14 degrees. I'm like, bloody hell, give me that. The early morning here was like 28. Give me 14, for goodness sake. Yeah, I would love that. Sportsbet will no doubt have the Melbourne Stars here as raging hot favourites. And I think they should be, by the way. I'm not suggesting for 1 second the Stars should not be favourites. I just don't think this run chase is going to be as clean cut as all that. I think there'll be some twists and turns in this tail. Some pace-off bowling right from ball number 1. And you just never know. We just never, ever know. This game, this sport, BBL, T20 cricket in general, right? It can toss up some twists and turns like no other. It's the innings break complex, OCE. Sydney Thunder have set 135 as the target. And we're now just waiting for the teams to come back out on the pitch and the run chase will commence. Lockie Bragger, ahoy, mate. Oh, here we go. All right. 7 for 135, set by the Sydney Thunder. Here come the Melbourne Stars. out onto the pitch. The opening batsmen are out there. Here come the home side now, the Sydney Thunder. Down the tunnel. The pyro going off above their heads. Let's go. All right, who's opening the batting here for the Melbourne Stars? It will be... I can't see anybody yet. Who have they sent out there to open? Rogers and Harper, says Matty Colkin. So there he is, Sam Harper, little man down the far end. I can see him there. So what we learnt from the Sydney Thunder batting innings, pace off equals very hard to get away. Do they start with pace off? Sydney Thunder, take a chance. Sam Billings is all mic'd up. Tom Rogers, there we go. Down the non-striker's end. Nathan McAndrew to open the bowling. Bring it on. I'm excited for this. Let's go. McAndrew in, drifts onto the pads immediately, and it's scooped away for 4. Square on the leg side. Fantastic start for the Melbourne Stars. Well, there you go. McAndrew gets his line and length horribly wrong there on delivery number 1. And it's none for 4. The run chase starts. Goes again, Harper. Doesn't get all of this. It's skied in the air, but over the top of mid-on. It doesn't go all the way out to the boundary. But they do come back for a second. Aggression to start the innings here. Six runs off the opening 2 balls. McAndrew in again. Bowled him! Harper goes for the ramp, and he leaves too much of his stumps exposed. Now there's the early wicket. Yes, there is a twist left in the tail. Or 2. Sam Harper getting too adventurous here. Goes all the way across the stumps. All 3 stumps were wide open, and McAndrew zeroes in on leg. Takes it right on the top of leg stump, and the breakthrough early. Unnecessary stuff there, really, it must be said, from Sam Harper. And they've got their early wicket, and why do I feel like this is going to be left up to Glenn Maxwell and Marcus Stoinis? There is just something about this that tells me Maxi and Stoinis are going to have to do the heavy lifting. Well, that was just silliness from Sam Harper. That was just honest to God silliness. Peter Hanscom out to the crease now. They need 130 or 112 balls, right? Or thereabouts. 6.96, the required run rate and over. They'd got 6 runs off the over already. That was just completely unnecessary from Harper. Elijah, ahoy, mate. Just throwing wickets away there. Wide down the leg side this time from McAndrew. And that'll be called. 130 runs needed off 111. Cruiser, ahoy, mates. 1 for 7 here in this run chase. Ban the ramp is what I say. Ban the bloody ramp. Nothing but trouble. Hanscom fends away to the offside dot ball. They've got their tails up here, the Sydney Thunder, the home side. Oh, it's unbelievable. Can't understand why you would do that. Why would you just throw your wicket away like that? The last thing you want to do in any sport is give a home side, a home team's crowd, a reason to get excited and get behind them. And the Sydney Thunder here, full of life, as Hanscom looks to drive, doesn't get to the pace of it. And it's another dot ball. We talked about it in the innings break. We said this run chase is going to throw up some twists and turns. Not going to be easy. 129 off 109. That's the equation. Final ball of the opening over, a very eventful one. Hanscom advances, some beautiful outswing, beats the outside edge. And it's a dot ball to finish. 1 for 7 after the first over. Oh, this game is so delicately poised right now. Boy, oh boy. 1 for 7, the Melbourne Stars. Sam Harper throwing his wicket away. Poor Maxie. Glenn Maxwell's just there in the dugout like, oh, God damn it. I've got to save the day again. I'm going to have to save the day again, aren't I? It's going to be left up to me. I know what's coming here. Big Red. How are you tonight, mate? Big Red always reminds me, that username reminds me of like just a gigantic kangaroo. Like one of those big, muscular buggers that you see. Those really massive kangaroos. Big Red. I don't know why. I just thought I'd share that. Everyone ignore Michelle in the chat room. Remember. No, how are you, Michelle? How was basketball? Hang on. Is it Wednesday? Yes. How was basketball? Did you win? Wes Agar into the bowling attack here. Starts with a dot. Drops this in a little shorter. Pulled away. And the man at mid-on cuts it off. Oh, hey. Incidentally, they have announced a second Fatty and Sterlo live show down at Southport. Much later in the year, this one. We definitely should go. We absolutely should go and see Fatty and Sterlo. Oh, it was a tied game. Very nice. Wes Agar starts with 2 dots. Outside edge. Beats the man. Beats the man on the offside, but Protection down there on the rope, just a single. Good over this one from Wes Agar. 1 for 8. Delicately poised this game. Hey, Wes Agar's had a haircut. I wonder if he felt like his questionable form has been due to his hair. Agar in. Hanscom, swing and a miss. Well, this is what we were talking about, right? You can't judge a pitch until both teams have played on it. The Sydney Thunder, they made batting look very, very difficult, but now, judging by these opening couple of overs, maybe it's just a difficult pitch to bat on because the Melbourne Stars are not really doing too much better at the moment. Bloody hell, talk about being a sauna. Bloody, obviously, there's a lot of electrical equipment in here, which electrical equipment by default makes the room very hot as this goes down the leg side for a wide. Wes Agar just getting the line wrong here on that occasion. Oh, not called. Yes, it was. Okay, it just took a while for the score to update. I was going to say, geez, he must have got some glove on it or something. Or maybe not some glove on it, maybe an entire outside edge. Well, they've just missed a wicket here. Nobody appealed as Hanscom guides it down through the vacant slip cordon for 4. The latest of late cuts. Very, very fine. And it races away to the fence. Bloody hell. There was an edge on Snicko. Nobody moved. Nobody appealed. And the Sydney Thunder have missed out on a wicket here. That's incredible. You don't see that very often. 1 for 13 here. Final ball of Agar's over. It's turned square into the gap for 1. And it'll be 1 for 14 after 2. Unbelievable. They've missed an edge there. That is incredible. So yes, very, very hot here. I was telling the story just before. I'm talking to a friend of mine in Spain. Apparently, the early mornings, especially in Spain right now, apparently very, very cold. And like 13, 14 degrees. I'm like, God damn it, give me some of that, please. I would love me a 14-degree weather right about now. Joel S. There's Rogers, please get out. Elijah wants Stoinis in. 122 needed off 102. McAndrew to Bowley's second over. Pushed away to the leg side. They come through for the quick single. Oh, excuse me. Wow, that is a huge top edge through to the keeper. Nobody appealed. Unbelievable. We've seen it happen quite a few times where I have heard noises through to the keeper and there's been a big appeal, and then you look at the Snicko and there's been no, you're like, where did the noise come from? I reckon maybe Snicko's just broken. That's what I think. McAndrew to Rogers. Here we go. Scoops it straight up in the air. This is a tough chance, but should be taken. Yes, a simple catch. It didn't even go 5 meters off the pitch. It is just skied straight up in the air. And it was a difficult chance, but the catch has been taken. The Melbourne Stars in trouble, 2 for 15. Well taken in the end. That was a difficult chance. Imagine the nerves. Imagine the pressure. under that catch. Well, that is what Rogers has done. He's gone for 1 or 4 deliveries. Top edges it straight up in the air. Literally straight up in the air. And Rogers goes for 1. The Melbourne Stars are going to leave it all to Maxwell and Stoinis, aren't they? It's all up to Maxi and Stoinis. Bailey, Hitchcock, ahoy there, mate. Marcus Stoinis marches out to the middle. The captain leading from the front, saying, come on, boys. Follow me. I will lead us home from here. Bends it back down the wicket. Oh, this is going to be a tough old game, isn't it? 121 needed off 99 balls. Melbourne Stars 2 for 15. McAndrew 2 for 8 off 1.3. Stoinis slashes this away through the offside for 4. That's a glorious shot. Over the top of point. That's more like it. Barbs, ahoy there. Welcome along. He has absolutely whacked the bollocks off of that one, Stoinis. 2 for 19, 2.4 overs gone. Wide down the leg side, Stoinis lets it go through. 2 for 20. I don't know why the crowd's booing exactly. The home crowd have just erupted into a chorus of boos at that wide call. I really don't know why. Because, I mean, that was the very definition of a wide down the leg side. 2 deliveries still left in this over. 2 for 20. Stoinis on strike. Bends back down the pitch. Another top ball. Happy to just play each ball on its merits at the moment here. Smart batting, really. The required run rate, 7.16 and over. That's well and truly under control. Needs to anchor the innings here, Stoinis. Wide outside off. That's one he's missed out on. Chops it back down the wicket to the bowler. Dot ball to finish. 2 for 20 here. The Melbourne Stars. 3 overs gone. Oh, Barbs, who made the runs for the Thunder? Yeah, actually, that's a good question. I don't even remember because they didn't really make a whole heap of runs, did they? So Jilk's got 28, Billings got 24, Ollie Davies got 36. Those were really the 3 main contributors. Hanscom on strike to Agar. Turned off the pads. Dot ball. Man in there at short mid-wicket. Cuts it off. 116 off 95. Keep an eye on that run rate. The required run rate. As it just slowly but surely. What did Constas get? Sam Constas got a free ticket to Sri Lanka, is what Constas got. He's not playing tonight. He's off on test duties with the rest of the Australian internationals. What about David Warner, huh? A duck out in the first over. Unbelievable scenes. Two for 21. Agar to Stoinis. Stoinis tries to pull this onto the leg side. Swings and misses. Through for a dot ball. And this is quite clearly a very difficult pitch to bat on. This will not be a simple run chase. This game is going down to the wire. Two for 21. Agar, none for 8 off 1.3 so far. Bowling well. The haircut seems to have done the job. A little bit of movement back into Stoinis. And they come through for a leg bye. The home crowd here absolutely riled up for some reason over something. 114 from 92. That's been given runs off the bat from Stoinis as well. Must have been a nice little inside edge. There is Maxwell, all padded up, got the helmet on. Thinking to himself, God damn it, I've got to save the team again. Two left, Hanscom backs away, cuts this one late, and through backward point for 4. What a shot that was, Hanscom. And a much-needed boundary there for the Stars. Just chops down late on that one. Through the offside. Fantastic shot. 6 off the over. 2 for 26. 110 needed off 91. Bends it away to the offside. Dot ball to finish. Another good over from Agar, but a decent one there for the Stars. Keeping themselves just on top of that required run rate. Remember, only 19 overs in this one as well. We lost the over for the lightning delay in the first innings. So will that have an effect on the game at the end as well? 2 for 26, though, the Melbourne Stars after 4. The end of the power play. $110 needed off 90 balls. More than manageable. They've just got to play it very smart. And Andrews into the bowling attack. They've turned to spin immediately. David Warner goes into first slip. Stoinis eyeing off the field. Where are my options? Where are my big hits? Andrews to Stoinis. Drifts onto the pads and Stoinis just fends it down on the leg side. Coming through for a quick single there. Good batting, smart batting. They don't need to take too many risks right now. AJ, ahoy. How are you, mate? Wasted World of Sports, of course, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. And when the footy season kicks off again, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. Andrews to Hanscom. Hanscom backs away. Top edge. Taken. No, not sure. The fielder gets up and says, nah, not sure about that. Don't know if I caught it or not. Did it carry? We saw one in the first innings. Not given. Well, he hasn't even appealed for it in the end. The umpires converge. They'll have a little bit of a chat. But the fielder, absolutely no idea if he's caught it or not. So how are we supposed to know? We saw one in the first innings, though. Seemed like it was a clear catch. It ended up being given not out. We'll have a look at this one. 2 for 27. Boy, it would be a big wicket. and it's bounced short. So there you go. That one's all over already. Bouncing just short of the man, but really risky shot from Hanscom. Remember the soft decision, the on-field decision, not out. And it would be hard to say that you could overturn this one, especially based on what we saw from the previous innings. Difficult one to overturn. Sorry, a bit distracted there. Sometimes you look over and when your dog's on the floor, just like, you kind of look over and you go, Jesus Christ, is she breathing? I better have a closer look. And so you just stare intently, waiting for the movement to see the breathing. There we go. Not out is the call. That took an eternity. I called it off the first camera angle. Should get me in there. I should be the third umpire. I had this decision made after one camera angle. It took them 17 minutes. I wasn't counting, but it felt like 17 minutes. Gina Ferracini, ahoy! 2 for 27, swing and a miss, outside off. This is some good bowling from Andrews. .109 needed off 87. And this one is very much going down to the wire. Swing and a miss, and this is close. Big shout for LBW. They might want to have a look at this. Hanscom has stepped a long way over to the offside. It's up to you, he says. Billings is saying, it's up to you, mate. You're the bowler. You've got the best sight on it. And time is up. No review. Oh, that was a huge shout, though. Hanscom had stepped a long way over to the leg side here, though. Its impact is outside the line and it's missing the stumps. So, smart decision there not to review. Although the home crowd blowing up about it for some reason. A big appeal again. This time it's been given. This time it's been given. A much better line on leg stump on this occasion. The finger goes up. Now, do the Stars review. Hanscom has rode his luck as far as he possibly can. And he is walking. Well, that was Plumsky's. That was absolute Plumsky's LBW, and Hanscom's on his way. Boy, oh boy. Well, we knew that this run chase was going to throw up a roller coaster. 3 for 27, the Melbourne Stars fairy tale. What good is a fairy tale without like a twist in the middle? This now becomes a big, big moment in the game, though. Maxwell and Stoinis. This is the partnership. A lot of pressure rests on them. Jed McDermott, ahoy, mate. Welcome back. Anthony Hampton says, hopes Maxwell can bring us home. Joel S. says, Maxwell going for 100. Gets out, we lose. This is a big partnership now. This could very well be, as people are suggesting, the game in the balance right now. Maxwell and Stoinis left to do it all again. Andrews to Maxwell. Turns it away to the offside. Dot ball. Pressure. Absolute pressure here. 3 for 27 after 5. Oh boy, let's suss out these odds because I have a sneaky suspicion that the Sydney Thunder have tightened this right back up. So much so, the odds aren't even available right now. Oh, here we go. Boy, oh boy, the Sydney Thunder have now become the favourites with Sportsbet. $1.80 and the Melbourne Stars drifting out to $2. That's all right. The Melbourne Stars will come back into favouritism if Maxwell and Stoinis, this partnership to grow. Sanger into the bowling attack. 3 for 27, and the whole game could very well hinge on this partnership. Maxwell and Stoinis, 109 needed of 84 balls. Stoinis, straight back down the pitch to Sanger, dot ball. We said it was not going to be an easy chase. Swing and a miss at this one. A straight ball, doesn't turn. Stoinis playing for the spin. It just straightened on. Missing the outside edge, or the top edge it would have been on that occasion. Oh, this is good bowling. Sanger in again to Stoinis. Defensive drive down the ground to long on. And they come through for a single. This is finals cricket. This is BBL 14. Continuing to deliver. Maxwell on strike. Sanger floats it up. Miscommunication in the middle. The last thing they need right now is a run out. Three for 28 here. The Stars. The fairy tale is going through that dark, hopeless-looking phase. But this is the partnership. This has been the partnership pretty much all season long. One of, if not both, of Maxwell and Stoinis have needed to fire to carry the Stars home. And here they are again. 3 for 29, Maxwell and Stoinis. This is the partnership. Sanger floats it up. Top edge. Lands safely. 6 overs gone. 107 needed of 78. Hanscom, AJ just never looked comfortable. Never looked comfortable out there. He was really struggling. I think he did well to get the amount of runs that he did, to be honest. Looked very awkward right from the start. Simon Hobart Hurricanes says the Maxwell show, and it might very well have to be. Andrews, 1 over, 1 for 1. Into Bolter Maxwell. Bends it away to the offside, wants the single. Stoinis not interested at all. They've got to get their running between the wickets sorted out here, these two. 107 of 78, that required run rate drifts out beyond 8. Which is okay. Anything under 10 is manageable. This one slightly uppishly played, but into the gap. Should be 2 runs here. As deep cover slides across. Saves the boundary. But they come back for 2. Yeah, the required run rate in modern day T20 cricket, like 10 runs and over, really is nothing. So they won't be worried about that at the moment. Maxwell goes the reverse, sweeps it over the top of the short fine leg, and that's away for 4. Glenn Maxwell is the only player Honestly, the only one that I would give the freedom to do that. Racing away to the boundary for 4. No third man. Easy 4 runs. Goes again, Maxwell. Gets under it again. The exact same result. Back-to-back boundaries. Maxwell moves to 11. And the Stars need 97 off 74. Well, here they go. Glenn Maxwell starting to get firing here. Three for 39. Goes over the leg side on this occasion. Maxwell, 1 bounce. And over the rope at deep mid-wicket. This is turning into a monstrous over now. $14 off the over and playing the ball on its merits. Maxwell not pushing his luck. The experienced campaigner, the veteran. Happy to just take the single. 3 for 44. The Stars, this is the partnership. The Sydney Thunder. This is the one that they need to break. They rip through one or both of these two. And they're well on top. Got to get through one or both of these two, though. I feel like there's some twists and turns still to be thrown up in this one. Sanger to Maxwell. Happy to just turn this away on the leg side for 1. 91 needed off 71 balls. Very manageable run chase. Harlequin, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, very, very maintainable run chase here. Stoinis on strike. Slip goes back in for Stoinis. Punches this away through the offside. Pass cover for a single. Get Maxi on strike. Why not? Sanger starting with 2 singles. Floats this one up. Maxwell is tempted into the drive and drive the ever-living bollocks off it. He does. A huge hit over long on for 6. You float it up. You tempt Glenn Maxwell. That's what you get. 90 meters over the long on rope. Three for 52. Taking the single. Smart batting. They've got the target for this over. Just rein it in a little bit. Controlled play. Smart from Maxwell. 24 off 12. Stoinis playing the anchor down the other end. 8 off 12. 83 off 69. Or 68 now. That's the equation. Stoinis drives it through the offside into the gap. Should be 2. The man at deep point comes across, covers it off. Three for 55. 81 off 67. Sanger, final ball of his second over here. Stoinis cuts away late. But a deep backward point is out. Just the one run to finish. 3 for 56, 81 needed of 66 balls. This is the key partnership. We've said it a few times, but that's just because it's true. Restating the fact. Boy, you get the feeling there's a twist or turn or two left in this game, though. That worm starts to tighten up. And Green into the bowling attack. Will the spin hold the key? 80 runs needed of 66 balls. Chris Green to Stoinis. We talked about it in the innings break. Could it be his night? Big turn immediately from outside off all the way down the leg side. And Stoinis just guides it away to square leg for one. Happy to take the single. Play the anchor role. Let Maxwell do the big hitting. 79 of 65. Maxwell lets that one go through, and it's past the keeper as well. So it'll be a wide, and they take the extra run. And Green will have to bowl that again, but big turn out there. Big turn. The ball is gripping into the pitch and just absolutely ripping. 77 off 65. Oh, look at the turn. As Green just bangs it into the pitch. Dunk ball. Even Chris Green's having a laugh. He's like, good Lord, I didn't know that I could turn the ball that much. This is incredible. Green to Stoinis. Not as much turn this time, and turned away fine on the leg side for a dot ball. 77 of 63. Maxwell and Stoinis. This is the partnership to break through. Turned away again. This time it's just wide of the man at backward square. They'll come through for a single. Stoinis moves to 13, playing the anchor role nicely at the moment. Stoinis, the captain. 3 for 60, 8.4 gone. 76 needed of 62. Green to Maxwell, happy to just turn it away. Leg side for one. They're not going to take too many risks. They don't need to take too many risks here. The Melbourne Stars. So they're not going to. Smart banning from these two. There is a surge still to come, of course. 19 over game, but a surge up their sleeve. Well, he's gone after that one. Stoinis swing and a miss. Big shout for LBW. Oh. There was a big shout for LBW. Umpire shakes his head. Do they review? They do. The decision has been reviewed. I think Stoinis, with the naked eye and without the benefit of a replay, it looks like Stoinis has got himself outside the line here. So he should be right. Let's see. Green bangs this one down. It pitches outside the line. Impact. Ooh, it's turned. Might be umpire's call here. Stoinis might be saved by an umpire's call. It has turned a long way. He got a long way over to the offside. Stoinis. He is a long way across the wicket. Hits the inside of the pad, though, high. Could be umpire's call. Pitch is well outside the line. Impact is in line. Wickets missing. Oh, they can't believe it. They can't believe it, the Thunder. It's going over the top of the stumps. Well, I thought he would be saved by an umpire's call. He's been saved by wickets missing. Review burned. No reviews now for the Sydney Thunder, and Marcus Stoinis survives. Big moment in the game, perhaps that one. 3 for 61, the Stars. Parker, ahoy there, mate. Parker says, up the Stars, come on. Oh, how crucial could that moment be? That would have been a massive, massive wicket, to say the least. Clive Palmer is clearly reading off a teleprompter there. That's crazy. You know, you can just tell when somebody's reading off a teleprompter. You could tell that Clive Palmer was reading the teleprompter there. Big time. Delicately poised game. I know that is my favorite thing to say during Big Bash games, but it really, really is. Oh, Parker, thank you very much for the rose. Cheers, mate. 3 for 61 after 9 overs. Drinks break. Tiny. Parker with a tiny. Thank you, sir. Yeah, 3 for 61 at the innings, not the innings break, sorry, the drinks break. Essentially halfway through this run chase. 3 for 61. 75 more required. And you feel like this whole game potentially hinges on this partnership between Maxwell and Stoinis. 75 runs needed off 60 balls. They've got the power surge still to play. And it looks like they're going to keep that power surge in the bank for the time being. Maxwell and Stoinis, the 7.5 required run rate, well and truly in their control. So they'll save that surge, I guess, for the back end when they potentially really need it. I don't think you need to take it with these two. That's the edged and just short of the keeper. Well, Glenn Maxwell just hangs the bat out. And it bounces millimeters in front of Billings. Oh, too cool, calm and collected there from Maxi. Too casual. Oh, that was close. Boy, those are the little moments. Millimeters. This game, we could be looking back and saying the Sydney Thunder were literally millimeters away from winning this game. As Maxwell gets himself down the non-striker's end to rethink his life after that little moment. Yeah, Michelle, they're out of reviews now. The Sydney Thunder. $74 needed or 58. What a turning point that would have been in the game if Maxwell was sent packing. Holy hell. Never mind a game of inches. That was a game of millimeters. Garton to Stoinis. Just opens the face, turns to the offside. Can't get it past Sanger at backward point. Dot ball. $74 or 57. I'm not really concerned about that at all, though. The 74 or 57. If these two are still at the crease, a power surge to come, anything under 10 runs and over required is a walk in the park for these two. Coming through for the quick single. Bowler tries to bump Maxwell out of the way. They're having a bit of a laugh about it, but 3 for 63. 73 or 56. Well, I've got to say, I've got to talk about the game scenario, don't I, Michelle? I can't just say nothing. I can't say I have thoughts about what's happening here, but I can't share it just in case. I don't want to screw it up for them. I talk too much. I don't talk enough. Why are you breathing? That was still one of the funniest trolls I think that we've ever had on TikTok. Why are you breathing? The person said. Like, Christ, I kind of need to breathe to live, thanks, mate. I said that to him in the chat as well on the live stream. I'm like, sorry, mate, that I'm breathing, but I do kind of need to, live. But I think that's all fixed anyway. I think now TikTok and YouTube, thanks to ChatGPT, have sorted out my technical difficulties here, and now TikTok and YouTube are both sharing the same audio source. So I think the extremely elevated volume levels on TikTok is now fixed. I think. No one's actually told me yet. I've asked about 17 times in the chat tonight, but nobody has said anything. So I don't know. I think so. I think it's all sorted out. Chris Green back into the bowling attack. 3 for 65 here, the Stars. 71 needed or 53. No. I don't mean you specifically, Michelle. It's all good. I just mean I have. If you did a recap of the stream, I've literally asked throughout the course of the couple of hours about 17 times. Stoinis scoops this in the air. The man diving forward to take the catch at deep mid-wicket. A turning point. A turning point in this match. Green with the breakthrough. Stoinis is on his way. Just looking to scoop this over the top of the infield. He's got too much on it there, Stoinis. And the catch taken by Gannon or Garton. What's his name? That's a huge wicket, and the Thunder can feel it now. Garton takes the catch, diving forward at deep mid-wicket. Stoinis is gone. And it now, once again, all falls to Glenn Maxwell. Oh, that was unnecessary, that shot. It was unnecessary. They had it under control, the Stars. That is a massive, massive wicket. 4 for 65, 10.2 gone. Hilton Cartwright, who has struggled for runs in BBL 14, just needs to play the anchor role. Just support Maxwell. That's a lot of pressure in a knockout game to put on Glenn Maxwell. But that really is all that Hilton Cartwright has to do here. 71 needed or 52. Just play the support role for Glenn Maxwell. Punching down the ground to long on for 1. Off the mark, gets Maxwell on strike. Stoinis, he just got under that a little bit too much. Too much elevation. Oh, he'll be furious with himself, Stoinis. All right, Maxwell. He'll be feeling a little extra pressure now. Fens back down the wicket. Dot ball. 70 or 50. Oh, this game is on a knife's edge. You can feel it. I can feel the tension for those players out there. It is an amazing feeling. Dot ball again. Well bowled, Green. Maxwell happy to just defend it out. This pitch, obviously very, very difficult. 4 for 66. 10.5 gone. That run rate drifting out towards 9. Maxwell turns the square on the leg side for 1. Will retain the strike. 4 for 67. 11 overs gone. The required run rate close to 9 and over. Do they call the surge? Oh, with the benefit of hindsight, that wicket of Stoinis makes you think that maybe they should have called the surge. But that is purely with the benefit of hindsight. Could be the biggest moment of the season right there. Could be. Wow. Marcus Stoinis. 4 for 67. Sanger back into the attack. None for 14 of his 2 overs so far. Still no thought of the surge. 69 needed or 48. Maxwell on strike. Wide down the leg side. Happy to let that one go through. $68 from 48. Game in the balance. Maxwell cuts straight to the man at point. Dot ball. They've got the surge up their sleeve still. Give Hilton Cartwright a couple of overs to get his eye in. Call the surge. Maxwell top edges. He's out. Maxwell will be gone. This will be caught surely. That is a huge wicket. And the Sydney Thunder now well on top. The Sydney Thunder, this is now their game to lose. It's about to be an all-Sydney qualifier. Maxwell falls. Sanger takes the catch off his own bowling and gets the huge wicket of Glenn Maxwell. And they are in dire straits now, the Melbourne Stars. 5 for 68. 68 needed or 46. The Sydney Thunder now right on top. What a turn this game has taken. Well, we said it in the innings break. I said it in the innings break, very specifically. This is not going to be an easy run chase. And by God, this has not been an easy run chase. Out to the wicket now, Tom Curran. They're running out of batsmen fast here, the Melbourne Stars. A slip in place. They are putting the squeeze on big time here. 5 for 68. Sanger into Curran. Upishly played and gone. He's on a hat-trick, Sanger. The Stars are falling apart. Sanger's on a hat-trick. He has just scooped it straight to the man at cover. And the fairy tale of the Melbourne Stars is coming down, crashing down hard all around us. Zero wins, 5 losses halfway through the tournament. The fairy tale undefeated fight back sees them qualify in fourth spot. And now the fairy tale has taken a very dark turn. 6 for 68. Tom Curran goes for a golden duck, and Sanger is on a hat-trick. 2 wickets and just 1 wide off this over. Usama Mir did the job with the ball. Now he's being asked to try and do the job with the bat. 68 or 45. The Stars could get bowled out for under 100 here. Sanger to Usama Mir. Sanger on a hat-trick. The slip stays in place. Well, this is only going one way. The way the field is set, everyone back on the leg side, everyone up on the offside. Bended to the offside for a dot ball. No hat-trick, but 68 needed or 45. Sanger bowling extremely well. The spin has proven to be the difference. Swing and a miss. Stumping attempt. Big shout from behind the wickets. But Usama Mir just got that foot back down. They're going to have a look. But he's home. He's safe. The Melbourne Stars capitulating before our very eyes here. 6 for 68. Oh, Matty Colkin. The Demons lost already. Straight sets, that must have been. Straight sets. And the foot's back in there from Usama Mir. All good. Six for 68. Not out that one. 68 needed or 44 balls. Final ball of this over. And Mir cuts it away. They'll come through for a single. 12 overs gone. 6 for 69. They haven't taken the surge yet, no. With the benefit of hindsight, they probably should have taken that surge straight away when Maxwell and Stoinis were still out there. But that is purely with the benefit of hindsight. Ezra Robinson, ahoy, mate. Game over, says Ezra. Usama batting at 8, and he's the worst batter I've ever seen. 12 overs gone, 6 for 69. 67 needed or 42. Andrews into Usama. That required run rate now creeping out towards 10. Beautiful turn there from Andrews. Usama just hangs the bat out. Somehow misses the outside edge. And again, just hangs the bat out and it beats the outside edge. This is good bowling. The Melbourne Stars, the fairy tale, in danger here. 2 slips in place. Goes the ramp, the cheeky little bugger. Usama Mir goes the ramp down the leg side, and it scoots away down to the fine leg rope for 4. Well, that is the cheekiest of cheeky shots there. Usama Mir, 2 slips in place. You should have had a leg slip in place, is what he's saying. 63 or 39. One of the slips has come out. Big shout for LBW. Given! Well, that's way too high, surely. They've got to review this, the Stars. The umpire has given it straight away. Height. Surely an issue here. You've got 2 seconds left, mate. Oh, did he get there in time? Did he get there in time for the review? Usama Mir. They're going to have a look. I think height might save him here. It seemed like it was bouncing a long way over the top of leg stump. But DRS has been throwing up some weird things tonight, hasn't it? Here we go. Pitches in line. Impact in line. Okay, it's hit a lot lower down on the pad than I realized. Is it turning down leg side? I said height initially. I'm now thinking maybe it's turning down leg side. Going to ball tracking. This will be the key. It's pitched outside the line. Well, it's pitched in line. Hit impact in line. Wickets. Umpire's call. So it's out. The decision stands. Usama Mir is on his way. Well, it doesn't get too much closer than that. And the Stars now 7 for 73. The fairy tale has come crashing down. And it's going to be an all-Sydney affair to see who goes on to lose to the Hurricanes in the final. I mean, play the Hurricanes in the final. Oh, the Melbourne Stars, though, what a turnaround to their season. 0-5, halfway through the tournament. To even qualify for the finals is a pass mark for them. Mark Steckety out to bat now. Well, oh no, that was somebody else. 7 for 73, 63 needed off 38 balls. This fell away from them very, very quickly. 2 balls left here for Andrews, and swing and a miss from Steckers. So basically what happened here is basically what happened here is that the Sydney Thunder just had a couple more quality spin options. Beats the outside edge. Beautifully bowled from Andrews. 3 overs, 2 for 20. Sometimes it actually works against you to win the toss and field first. And the Stars tonight won the toss, elected to field first. They started with pace, as you would expect. And it sort of took a little bit of time before they realised, oh, taking pace off the ball, actually working well here on this wicket. So the benefit for the Sydney Thunder, even though they didn't get a really good score, they have the benefit of that first innings, that benefit of batting and going, you know what, pace off here, spin. And they've gone with a largely spin attack, and they've just rolled through the Stars batting lineup here. Ambushed by the pitch. Seven for 73. 63 needed off 36 balls. Sanger. Speak of the devil. Speak of the spinners. 2 for 16 off his 3 so far. Andrews. Green. They just had more spin options. And spin has proven to be the difference maker here on this wicket. Power search has been called. Power surge called. .63 needed off 36. Sanger to bowl to Cartwright. Cartwright has only faced 1 ball. So they're essentially starting this power surge here with 2 fresh batsmen at the crease. Even though it feels like Hilton Cartwright's been out there for a little while. Starts with a dot ball. A little inside edge back past the keeper, but there is a short fine leg. And the power surge starts with a dot. And yeah, perhaps here a case of the Melbourne Stars just ambushed by the conditions. Skies it. Has he got enough on it? Cartwright, yes, just enough. Oh, more than enough, actually. And it carries all the way straight down the ground for 6. 57 off 34. How crucial are these surge overs? 80 metres straight down the ground. God, I thought he had put that straight up in the air. Dang, that's Cartwright. Backs away. Well, this one's straight up in the air, is it? No, he's got enough on it again, Cartwright, and that's 4. Well, he's just whipping those balls. Praising, sir. Both shots have looked like they've just gone straight up in the air to me, but they've carried all the way. A 6 and a 4. And Hilton Cartwright. What a start to this power surge. $53 of 33. Long off, goes back. Sanger. Cartwright backs away, cuts it straight to point. Dot ball. Crucial dot ball. 10 off the over. 10 and over is what they need, so, geez, they want to bring that down as much as possible. Wide outside off stump. He could have let that go for a wide, but instead, Cartwright scoops it over mid-wicket for 4 more. Geez, if he lets that go, then it's a wide, and they would have got another ball. But I suppose you take the 4, don't you? You take the boundary. Seven for 87, 49 off 31. Wide outside off. He lets that one go through, and it's called. The umpire calls it. The home crowd boos. 48 off 31. 15 off this surge, and a swing and a miss there on the final ball. Just looking to steal a single there to get himself back on strike. And Cartwright knows he's missed out there. Still, what a great first over. First power surge over. 7 for 88 here. Elijah. Where this will be the first season, Elijah, that will be streaming the NRL on TikTok. We've obviously put a few clips up in the past. There are a few little snippets up on the TikTok account. But yeah, we actually stream directly to TikTok now, whereas it used to be just YouTube. Waste World of Sports 2025, live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Twitch, live on Facebook. McAndrew into Steckity. They've got to race through for a single, and they do. Smart batting, and McAndrew's fallen on his butt. But they get through for the single. And then crucially here for the Stars, Cartwright is on strike. 47 off 29. 7 for 89 here, the Stars. 14.1 overs gone. .47 off 29. Cartwright backs away, chops it straight down into the pitch. Well bowled from McAndrew. Dot ball. 47 off 28. This is a big over, this one. Big over. I mean, if they can get... Oh, if they can eke 10 out of this, 37. 37 off 24. Oh, come on. All right, that's what we want. We want at least 10 runs off this, and it'll be game back on. Cartwright backs away. Slower ball from McAndrew. Follows him. And that is extremely well bowled as Cartwright can't get to it. And it's off the shoulder through to the keeper for a dot ball. 7 for 89. Chances running out now for the Stars. Cartwright, 15 off 9. Backs away, gives himself room on the offside. Well fielded by Sanger on the circle. Saves 4 runs. Immaculate fielding there from Sanger. Cartwright backs away, gives himself room, cuts it. Sanger, diving save. .47 of 26. 2 balls left in the surge. Top edge, skies it, should be taken. Racing in and planting himself under it to take the catch. And that will be the Melbourne Stars season. 8 for 89. Hilton Cartwright falls. McAndrew gets the wicket. Well, the fairy tale ends tonight. Unfortunately for the Stars. 0-5 halfway through the season. Had to go through the rest of the year undefeated. You felt like the script was written, but tonight it has not fallen their way. 8 for 89 now. 47 off 25 still needed. The Sydney Thunder versus the Sydney Sixers. Looking very, very likely now for the right to take on the Hobart Hurricanes in the final. A disappointing end for the Stars. I mean, you would have liked for it to go a little further down to the wire than this, but they've only got themselves to blame, really. I mean, you would have to say that Stoinis, as the captain, Stoinis really started the downfall. Just an unnecessary, just too casual. He was too casual about his little, you wouldn't even call it a pull shot. He just sort of chipped it straight to the man at deep mid-wicket. And that started the downfall. So, honestly, Marcus Stoinis, he's had a good year, a good season, but he does have to shoulder a lot of that responsibility. As the end of the over, just 1 run and a wicket from it from McAndrew. I mean, that is brilliant power surge bowling. 8 for 89. 47 runs needed in 4 overs with 2 wickets in hand. I can't imagine that's going to happen. Garton back into the attack. They fancy their chances with the pace again now. Returning to the pace bowling. Yes, Mads, a very disappointing end for the Melbourne Stars. An all-Sydney affair. As Steckety goes after this, has he got enough on it? Yes, he does. Well, don't go anywhere just yet. Steckety has just pulled this one over the long on rope for 6. Steckety might have a thing or two to say about this. 78 metres. Swing and a miss. He tried to put it over there again. A slower ball. Garton taking the pace off. Steckety didn't adjust. 41 of 22. And this is what they've got to do, basically, the Stars. They've just got to go at absolutely everything. 41 of 22. Garton to Steckety. Full toss. Skies it. Should be taken. No, it's going to land safe. It's going to land in between 3 Thunder fielders, and they come back for a second. 39 of 21. How about that? It lands in between 3 fielders that were charging in on it from all directions. .39 of 21. Steckety. Moves to 9 off 6. Garton in again. Half volley, pulled away. Off pace, though. And it will be just the single. 38 off 20. So what's the option here? Dougie, the pizza boy, Warren on strike, and Steckity down to talk to him, and just go for it, mate. 38 off 20. We're on a hiding to nothing here at this stage. Go for it, mate. Swing with all your might. Steps across the stumps, gets the outside edge. The tickle will go through the vacant slip cordon for 4. Dougie, the pizza boy, Warren. An edge for 4 to bring up the 100 for the Stars. 34 off 19. And he has basically got a free hit now. $34 from 19. Don't go anywhere just yet. Oh, don't tell me. Garton in. To Dougie the pizza boy, Warren, who pulls that square of the wicket. One bounce to deep square leg. Oh, I thought he got all of that. I'm not going to lie. They take the single. 33 runs needed off the last 3 overs. Hey, look, it is not an impossibility, but obviously the big problem, the gigantic Kardashian-sized butt for the Melbourne Stars are those 8 wickets. Those 8 wickets down are a big, big problem. They're out of batsmen. And Chris Green has still got 2 overs in the bank, which means he will bowl this one and probably the last one. Chris Green's been very hard to get away. 2 overs, 1 for 7. Spin has proved to be the key. 33 off 18. Warren backs away, cuts it. Past the man in the circle, but there is protection out there on the rope. Just a single. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Yes, Matty Colkin's our TikTok around the grounds man. Gave us that score update about an hour ago. But yes, thank you. Matty Colkin around the grounds. Chris Green to Steckity. Steckity swing and a miss. 32 off 16. Jack, ahoy there. 32 from 16. Steckity advances down the pitch, and yes, Chris Green's just been too good tonight. Well, isn't this interesting? We did say at the innings break, Chris Green could have a blinder tonight. Now, he's only got the 1 wicket, but 2.3 overs, 1 for 8. 8 runs off 2.3 overs in Big Bash cricket is insanity. So he has certainly had a night out. Sanger as well. Swing and a miss from Steckity. And it is getting all chaotic now for the Melbourne Stars. 32 or 14. That one's right in the slot. Steckity takes care of that one. He's been waiting for it. And a beautiful on drive. Over mid-wicket for 6. He'd been waiting for that ball, Steckity. 26 off 13. It just keeps them slightly interested. And he knows he got that wrong, Chris Green. He's furious with himself. It bowled so well up until that delivery. Just tossed it up. Gave him a chance. Right in the arc for Steckers. Backs away, pulls it away again into the gap. Will it go to the rope? It's well fielded out there. Do they come back for 3? They've got to push hard for 3. I think they've only taken 2. They needed to push hard for a third there. But anyway, I digress. Easy for me to say. I'm not out there playing. Well, I mean, it is a long shot, but Steckity is certainly not going to give up on the job. Pax Main, ahoy there, mate. And Jack, how are you doing tonight? Jordan Awesome's back. Welcome back, Jordan Awesome. Waste of World of Sports, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. And for the upcoming NRL season, once again, live on Twitch. They invited us back. And live on Facebook as well. 24 to win off 12 balls. Dougie, the pizza boy Warren on strike. And it looks like they're turning to McAndrew to bowl. (24 of 12). And it's McAndrew 3 for 14 off his 3 overs so far. That the Sydney Thunder have indeed turned to here. Swing and a miss from Dougie the pizza boy. A dot ball to start. Well, McAndrew and Green and Sanger. They've been the bowlers for the Sydney Thunder that have stepped up. Taking the pace off once again. 24 off 11. McAndrew to Warren. They've got to come through for the single. Direct hit has him. Misses the stumps. Well, there's an appeal for something, is there? No. It hit something here. Anyway, they had to take the run. Get Steckity on strike. This might have hit the stumps. Oh, no, it's hit the microphone. It hit the microphone behind the stumps. 23 off 10, a big couple of balls. Sorry, I apologize. I'm such a child. Laughing at me saying big couple of balls. But a big couple of balls here. McAndrew to Steckity. They need boundaries. The Melbourne Stars. Wide, outside off, chopped away. Caught. That's it. 9 for 113. Steckity was surely the last little sparkle of hope. And David Warner takes the catch at cover. 9 for 113. 23 off 9. And that is surely the game. That is surely an all-Sydney affair now in the qualifying match to take on the Hobart Hurricanes in the final. Sydney Sixers versus Sydney Thunder. It is almost locked in. For the Melbourne Stars, it all fell to Marcus Stoinis and Glenn Maxwell just once too often. Just once too often. They left their two key batsmen too much to do. Peter Siddle now, the last line of defense. 18 runs in BBL 14 so far. 23 off 9. Three balls to go. I mean, if they can edge a few away here. Never say never. But Peter Siddle on strike. McAndrew 4 for 15. Probably deserves a 5-fer. Siddle gets the top edge, but there is a man down at third. And they just get a single. 22 off 8. Smart captaincy. Smart field set. Have the cover there at third man. Very smart. 22 off 8. I mean, they pretty much need a 6. Dougie, the pizza boy, Warren, 7 off 6. A boundary is needed. Edges it. Can't beat the man at short third. And it's a dot ball. 22 off 7. Ghostly. Ahoy, Ghostly. Go the Thunder. Last over, Agar will bowl. Final ball here for McAndrew. 22 off 7. That's it. Game over. Top edge. David Warner takes the catch. We are not even going to get to find out who would have bowled the last over. The Melbourne Stars have been bowled out for 114. Their fairy tale comes to an end. What a season it's been for them, though. 0-5 halfway through the tournament. To have recovered to even make the finals is a testament to their squad and maybe, just maybe, something to build on for next season. Thunder win by 21 runs. And it is an all-Sydney affair now. The Sydney Sixers to take on the Sydney Thunder on Friday for the right to take on the Melbourne Hurricanes in the final on Monday. I'm pretty sure that's how the scheduling works. We've got a day off and then another game and then a couple of days off and then the final. But Wasted World of Sports, there will not be any time off for the Wasted World of Sports. Saturday, the League Lounge returns after a month-long hiatus. But to be honest, the month-long hiatus was because of the unexpected support for Big Bash on TikTok. It was meant to be the content that carried us through until the NRL season. But as it transpired, we didn't need it because the BBL's been going off. So, on YouTube, the League Lounge returns. I may even stream it to TikTok too. Why not? Why not? If everyone on TikTok is interested in the NRL content as well, I may as well stream it to both. It just means a little bit extra setting up for me, but that's fine. And, yeah, so the content will be... Well, before that, we've still got a game on Friday before that anyway. Big Bash. The challenger, Sydney Sixers versus the Sydney Thunder. Coming up on Friday. I sent you a direct message on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, Matt. Matt, I sent you a direct invite on Discord. If that doesn't work, then I'm just all out of ideas, mate. If that one doesn't work, then I have no goddamn idea. But yes, I've added you as a friend on Discord. I've sent you a direct invite. If that doesn't work, I honestly have no idea. Nathan McAndrew, player of the match, and why not? A fifer. So that's what's coming up here, Wasted World of Sports. Friday, an all-Sydney affair. Who will be the Sydney team that goes on to take on the Hurricanes in the final of BBL 14? And Saturday, the League Lounge. We're going to be talking all things rugby league. We'll do a little bit of a deep dive into the upcoming 2025 NRL season. We'll explain all the reasons why the Melbourne Storm are going to win. And a lot more. Coming up here on the Wasted World Sports. And maybe some NBA on Friday. On TikTok. And YouTube as well. But yeah, maybe some NBA on Friday. Covered by Michelle. Because I sure as hell won't be doing it. I'll have everything set up. If Michelle wants to do the NBA on Friday, I'll have everything set up. I will hit the go live button. She'll be patched in remotely. I'll hit the go live button, and then I will be buggering off back to bed. So we got some stuff coming up on the Wasted World of Sports. Fairy tale is over here for the Melbourne Stars, unfortunately. But they can look back on this season fondly. At the end of the day, just too much to do for Glenn Maxwell and Marcus Stoinis. when push came to shove, they just left too much to do for their big guns. Their two big guns. And the rest of the team just unable to step up when it counted. So that's what's coming up here. Wastewater Sports Friday, Sixers versus Thunder. Saturday, the League Lounge. And then Monday. Hang on, what? Leighton Hewitt's playing on Channel 9 right now? Hang on, is Beck Cartwright in the crowd? What does she look like these days? For some reason, young Dan had quite the crush on Beck Cartwright. I've always hated Leighton Hewitt because it's like, son of a bitch, got Beck. I see photos of Beck Cartwright these days and I'm like, okay, I might be happy to have let Leighton have that one after all. But then my tastes have changed a fair bit over the years as well. Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. All right. An exhibition match. Leighton Hewitt and Mark Philippoussis and Marcus Bagdatis and James Blake. Good old Bagdatis. He was always a good lot of fun back in the day. Well, this is a fantastic exhibition match. I love everything about this. Leighton Hewitt and Mark Philippoussis, Marcus Bagdatis, and I think it's James Blake. I could have got his name wrong. Tommy Lobb, ahoy, mate. I mean, it's clearly an exhibition match because they're not trying at all, but I still love everything about this. Philippoussis is like, holy Christ, they hit the ball at me. How dare they hit the ball at me? Little Marcus Bagdatis has expanded a wee bit. And that's not taking the piss out of him at all. But I'm not body shaming at all. Just saying, from his playing days, he's grown wider. I mean, that happens. Yeah, Philippoussis apologizing to the crowd. He's like, Jesus Christ, it's been a while, folks. It's been a while. I forget how to do this. Leighton ducks under this one, lets it go long. And the thing is, like, Philippoussis at the moment looks like someone who hasn't played in a while. Leighton Hewitt, though, like when the ball goes his way, he's still, like, the shots just seem so natural and so calm. Philippoussis is a bit more erratic. But then Philippoussis has been out of the game a bit longer than Hewitt, hasn't he? In fairness, so. Anyway, that's a good bit of fun, that. All right, Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much for your company here. The Sydney Thunder get the job done. And they go through now to take on the Sydney Sixers, an all-Sydney affair. Who will be going on to face the Hobart Hurricanes in the final? We will find out. Very much appreciate your company for this one, as always. Much appreciated. And thank you to all the gift senders. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's go through them. Let's quickly run through them before I head off. We've got Cricket with a rose. Zoe with a heart me. Matty Colkin with a heart me. Parker with a rose and a tiny, tiny. Cheers, everyone, and catch you on Friday. Day off, and then back again. Until then, cheers.